In the 2003-2004 Premier League season, Arsenal did something spectacular. They went undefeated in an entire Premier League campaign, making them the modern day Invincibles. Today, we are going to look to replicate that side and make them a Champions League winner as well. We are going to have to get players from nationalities, from the players that were in the starting 11 from that famous Arsenal side. I'll run through that in a second. But we have to take a fully replicated Arsenal Invincible side and win the Champions League with them. It's going to be a challenge. I'm excited for it. Something different on the channel today. Hopefully you're keen as well. But let's get right into it. Actually, hold up. Now let's get into it. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild, something a little bit different, make sure you leave a like on the video. Let me know if you want me to do any other rebuilds like this with famous teams from the past. And most importantly, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. The objective of the rebuilds are to win the UEFA Champions League final. All games in the rebuild are simulated. We cannot use the new jump in feature in rebuilds. The Champions League final, however, must be played. And of course, do not get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules and objectives. Now it's time to jump into the rebuild. So this is the Arsenal side that we have been given to start off season number 1. Obviously, have to make a lot of changes to make things fit. Going with a 4-4-2 formation. But let's run through what the side we are striving for looks like. So I have got this from goal. Hopefully they don't mind that. But this is what the Arsenal 2003-2004 starting 11 looked like. So, for example, Jans Lehmann in between the sticks means we have to get a German goalkeeper, which to be fair, we already quite have in Leno. Pires means we have to get a French left mid. Freddie Ljungberg means we have to get a Swedish right mid. You guys get the gist. So, Toure, the toughest ones are going to be getting a Cameroonian right back with Loren, and then getting an Ivory Coast centre back to replicate Kolo Toure. Those are probably going to be the toughest parts of it. And to find ourselves the Cameroonian spot, we are going to spend a fair bit of money hiring Stanley Parker. We are going to send him on a scouting mission to Cameroon, trying to find ourselves a quality right back. Have to get somebody in nice and early so we can hopefully get them some growth. But let's go find what we can find from the Cameroon. Going to knock a big objective out of the way nice and early. It is going to be Dejan Kulusevski, the Swedish right winger from Juventus, will be joining us here for £39.3 million to be the next Freddie Ljungberg. The Ivory Coast centre-back position is going to be a tough one. I have gone ahead and signed the best wonder kid defender from the Ivory Coast in Odilon Kusunu. I'm apologising if I mispronunciate that, but the Ivory Coast defender is going to sign from Club Brugge for £5 million. David Luiz, however, out of the club. I want to eliminate the defensive pressure and the defensive competition that our defenders, like the ones we have to grow, are going to face. So David Luiz headed to Borussia Dortmund for 7.5. Same deal with the right midfield. Nicolas Pepe is serious competition to Kulusevski. So we have sold Nicolas Pepe to Roma for £35.6 million. Maybe I should have converted him to a centre-back. And Willian, also out of the club on a permanent deal, headed to Sevilla for 14.6 mil. We have got ourselves the next Dennis Bergkamp, potentially. Daniel Mayen, the Dutch striker, will be joining us here from PSV. Have had to pay a ridiculous amount of money for him, but it's money well spent. £40 million on Daniel Mayen. Welcome to Arsenal, the next Dennis Bergkamp. One of the most spoken about players in world football at the moment. All my love and support to Saka, Sancho and Rashford, but we are going to send Saka on a season-long loan to Juventus. Not sure whether I'm going to sell him or not, but I feel like getting some game time, getting some growth, we can either have him on the bench or we can sell him on for even more money. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is headed to Chelsea here. £57.3 million. Unfortunately, there was no Gabonese strikers in the Arsenal Invincible squad. And we are going to sign ourselves the next Sol Campbell. It is going to be Joe Gomez making the move from Liverpool. £68.6 million. Again, paying a lot of money for him. I was weighing up, do I do Chilwell? No, sorry, not Chilwell. Do I go for bloody Ben White? That's the name I was looking for. Do I go for Ben White? Do I go for Tamori? Do I go for these types of guys? But I have decided to splash the cash and go for Gomez. And the next, Patrick Vieira, has been signed to the starting 11 as well. Our coming across here from Lyon. We've got him for an absolute bargain price, £48 million. I will happily take that. Hopefully grow him into a decent player. Fits perfectly in that 4-4-2 formation. Same deal and same sort of logic as Saka. I'm going to send Reece Nielsen out on loan to Granada. Been a very busy window, and it continues here. Callum Chambers off to Wolfsburg, and Mohamed El Neni is headed to Lazio for 9.7 mil. He was one of Switzerland's heroes in the Euros, but we have elected to sell Granit Xhaka, staying in the Premier League, heading to South England, signing with Brighton here for 18.1 mil. And we are selling a goalkeeper here who I've honestly never heard of. Dejan Iliev, I guess is his name, the North Macedonian goalkeeper, headed to Turkey. Whew, deep breath, lads. That's the transfer window done and dusted. That is an absolutely crazy transfer window. £200 million worth of future invincible talent into the squad. £150 million of players out of it. The starting 11 has been completely transformed. Let's go take a look at it. So this is what the starting 11 is currently looking like. Obviously, we're not eligible to complete the rebuild, complete the challenge yet. Need to touch up in about 4 or 5 positions minimum. But the side looking a lot different. The big thing for me in this opening season, because we're not in the Champions League, is to really get growth into a lot of our players, most notably Kusunu. So we have been scouting in Cameroon for the past few months, and the perks of having a 5-star scout means we have found ourselves 3 players that can play in the right back role. This Bardiani guy I was playing at centre back. He was initially a centre back, but I've converted him. But I'm very excited to see what these guys can do once they turn 16. Obviously, want to be qualifying for the Champions League next season, but we're currently outside of the Champions League picture, sitting 6th in the Premier League, halfway through season number 1. Gonna get into the transfer window here though, continuing to make some business happen. Gabriel Martinelli, again, same deal as Saka and Nelson. Don't think he can't be. He's not eligible to be a starting 11 player in this challenge, but we're going to hopefully have him as a good reserve, sending him on loan to Sevilla. Meanwhile, Pablo Mari is headed to Atalanta in Serie A, signing there for 11.7 mil. And Rob Holding is off to Bayer Leverkusen, signing with the German outfit for 18.3 mil. This kid looks like he's got decent bloody potential, that's for sure. Miguel Aziz, he's going to head to Swansea City for the rest of the season on loan. And there it is, lads. We have signed a Frenchman in the left mid position. The next Robert Pires. There was a lot of players that I could have gone in for. I had a whole short list of players, but Alan St. Maximin is the guy that we have landed upon, both for financial reasons and just a good choice in general. St. Maximin, we've paid overs for him, but we have signed the Frenchman from Newcastle United for £45.3 million. So there we go, with all the loans and all the transfers and the signing of St. Maximin. It was a very busy January transfer window. Hopefully St. Maximin can really make a difference and help us get into a Champions League spot for season number 2, but I'm happy and excited to see what he can do. Alright, so 2 of our Cameroonian right backs are eligible to be promoted to the senior squad. Badiani and Mbai, going to promote both of them to the senior team. Unfortunately though, we have missed out on Champions League football. Looks like we're going to be playing Europa League football again in season number 2. Better than real life though, doing a better job than Mikel Arteta, as we finish 6th in the Prem with Arsenal. Meanwhile, it is Brighton, West Brom and Sheffield United all relegated. We did get absolutely flogged at the Community Shield at the start of the season, losing 4-1 to Liverpool. But Liverpool got flogged themselves in the FA Cup final. Not to us, unfortunately, but to Man United. Man United have done the double as well, winning the Carabao Cup. Man City win both the Premier League and the Champions League, something they couldn't do in real life. And it is RB Leipzig taking down Villarreal to win the Europa League. So there we go, lads. Didn't expect anything massive in season number 1. It was all about building the foundations, getting the starting 11 on point, and continuing to make this invincible side in 2021 a reality. So for the centre midfield spot, we needed to get another Brazilian for Gilberto's replacement. I had options, I had Arthur, I had Lucas Paqueta, but ultimately, as you can see on screen, we have elected to go and sign Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon here, £38.5 million for the Brazilian CDM. Going to convert him to a centre midfielder, and off we go. And in the player departure status, we have got Cedric out of the club. The Portuguese defender headed to AC Milan for 6.7. Emile Smith-Rowe off to Manchester United on loan. And we are going to finally promote Dadjo and Mbai. I said I promoted Mbai last year, and then I went back and thought about it, and I was like, let's leave him in here and get him growth while we can't guarantee a loan move. But now he's finally in the squad. Ainsley Maitland-Niles also out of the club, however, off to Lyon on a permanent deal for 9.1 mil. Whilst Joe Willock is off to Real Sociedad on a season-long loan. Shed Kolasinac, the man that will stop any sort of robberies from happening on the street, is an absolute king. The Bosnian brawler headed to Hoffenheim for 6.7 mil. Another player that I didn't know we even had on our books, but Runar Alex Runarsson, the Icelandic goalkeeper, headed to Espanyol for 2.4. Whilst Hector Bellerin is off to PSG on a permanent deal, 33.9 mil. We really want to give our Cameroonian blokes a lot of game time. We might have to sacrifice short-term results for long-term success. And it is going to be a massive call here. Technically, we were okay to have Lacazette in the starting 11. He was technically the next Thierry Henry, but we have decided that we can do better. We're going to sell Lacazette to Leverkusen for 40 mil. Whilst Thomas Partey is headed back to Atletico Madrid on a permanent deal, £52 million. Have also decided to send Hamadou Mbai out on a season-long loan to Elche. And the same deal with Mamadou Badian, headed to AZ Alkmaar in the Dutch League on a season-long loan. A lot of player departures here, lads. Cleaning out shop, trying to save up for a big name signing. But Ben Sheaf headed to the mighty Fulham FC. And there it is, lads. You guys were wondering why I was spending so much time selling off players. It is so we could finance the signing of an endgame player. This kid is more than the next Thierry Henry. It is Kylian Mbappe, the cover star of FIFA 22 and FIFA 21, joining us here on a permanent deal. Pochettino letting us sign Mbappe from PSG for £246 million. It's a lot of dosh, but we had to do it, lads. We had to do it. So there we go. Two massive signings for the starting 11. Guimarães and Mbappe straight into the side. Gilberto Silva and Thierry Henry's upgrades from that invincible side. So here is the starting 11 after the opening transfer window of Season 2. The only area we need to change up to have the side eligible to win the rebuild, to complete the Invincibles rebuild, is to get an English left back there for Ashley Cole. Right now we've got the Scotsman in Kieran Tierney, but obviously not in the Champions League this season, so not really going too crazy at that initially. Look to build onto it. Kasunu up to a 76, which is great. Dadjo at a 66, so need to get those two guys firing, but the squad is coming together nicely. We are in a much better position halfway through this season than we were last. Currently occupying 4th position, but this title race is extremely tense. Only 4 points separating 1st placed Everton from 5th placed Wolves. Hopefully we can break free of the pack in the second half of the season and not only qualify for Champions League football, but maybe even get us a title. I had a lot of thoughts running through my head in this January transfer window. Do I sell Tierney? Do I upgrade certain positions? Do I sell off some of our younger players? But ultimately, I have decided to keep the faith with the side we have right now, get the growth going on players that need the growth, and see if we have enough to qualify for Champions League football here at the end of Season 2. Yes, we do. We have finished 2nd in the Premier League this season with Arsenal, 6 points behind Liverpool and 6 points ahead of Wolves. So we are technically in the hunt to complete the rebuild next season. Need to get the players into the squad though to make it eligible. At the other end of the spectrum, however, Watford, Fulham and Blackburn have all been relegated. Whilst Liverpool have won the FA Cup, they've also won the Carabao Cup. Fair play, Liverpool. PSG may not have Kylian Mbappe, but they have still managed to win a Champions League title here in Season 2. Whilst Real Madrid win the Europa League in a game that looks almost certain to be a Champions League game. Real Madrid versus Man City in the Europa League final was ridiculous. We actually went on a pretty good run this season in the Europa League, losing in the quarterfinals to Real Madrid on away goals rule, which hurt. It hurt. Just quietly though, what a season from Daniel Mayen, really living up to Dennis Bergkamp's name. 28 goals. He's grown up to be 86 overall. This is absolutely phenomenal. But there we go, lads. We've qualified for Champions League football. We've made 2 massive additions to the squad. But let's take things to the next level in Season 3 with Arsenal. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arsenal squad is officially legitimate. We are officially enabled to make a run at the Champions League. We are a legitimate side as we sign Luke Shaw here. What was his name? Shawberto Carlos. That's the one. I was like, I swear he had a cool name in the Euros. Shawberto Carlos joining us from Man United for £48 million. Mamadou Badian, growth is coming along nice, but we are going to send him out on another season-long loan, this time to Newcastle United. And Jean-Paul Dajo is also out on loan to Guaimares in the Portuguese league. Have decided to sell the Greek defender Konstantinos Mavropanos to Aston Villa. £14.2 million to him to join Dean Smith's man. I know in my last video, or one of my most recent videos, I thought Steve Bruce was the manager of Aston Villa for some dumb reason. Dean Smith. And because we have Luke Shaw, Shawberto Carlos into the starting 11, we are going to sell and cash in on Kieran Tierney. There's no way I'm not accepting £120 million for a reserve defender. Best of luck, Kieran Tierney at Real Madrid. I am going to take things to the next level, however. We had Leno in between the sticks, but I've elected to go and sign Ter Stegen from Barcelona, £129 million for a little upgrade in the Jans Lehmann spot. So there we go, lads. Big signings only here in season number 3. Shawberto Carlos, Ter Stegen, both into the side. Mavropanos and Tierney out of it. Let's go look at the side. That is the first team eligible to Champions League run. So again, a lot of our side is actually really, really good. It's only that little right-hand corner in the defense with Kasunu, who's, credit to Kasunu, he's gone up, what, 8 overall in 2.5 seasons? That's impressive. And that's the area that's going to cost us. I have to rock the 4-4-2 formation. I have to start these guys in the games. So there is no excuse. We just need players like Mbappe, like Mayhem, like Aouar, all these sorts of guys to really step up for us and carry us in these Champions League games. And speaking of the Champions League, this is the group we have been drawn into. It's ourselves, Lazio, Frankfurt, and RB Salzburg in Group C. Are we going to get out of it with this invincible side? Let's go find out. Top of the group. Come on, lads. We top Group C as ourselves and Lazio are into the last 16. And in the round of 16, we are going to be facing Sevilla. Arsenal versus Sevilla in the Champions League round of 16. The goalpost has moved. We now need to be making Champions League football every single season. Would love to have a run at the title. Only 2 losses all season. How cool would it be if we managed to actually do another invincible season in this rebuild? That would be cool, man. Going to look to get some bench reinforcements, however. I'm happy with the starting 11 at the moment, but we are going to sign Benjamin Mendy from Man City for 22.6 mil. And we are also going to sign Angel Correa from Liverpool, £35.9 million for the Argentinian striker. So there we go, lads. Only a few bench reinforcements that will make us a little bit stronger headed into the Champions League and the rest of the Premier League campaign. But the big question, how are we going to go against Sevilla? Our first experience of Champions League knockout football. Let's crack on. So here we go, lads. Traveling to Seville in the first leg here of the Champions League round of 16. Grabbing our passports, heading to a very beautiful part of the world, somewhere I definitely want to travel to once everything has calmed down and once Australia's borders have opened. But we are going to get into the first leg here. Quick simming, and the scoreline is going to be 8th. Oh, okay. I will take that. It is a 3-0 win. Even the Cameroonian right back and Baez managed to get his name on the board. That is absolutely phenomenal. Should probably let you guys know, unfortunately, Lucas Torreira, who was a handy player to have on the bench, is going to be leaving us on a free transfer next year. I tried to renew his contract, but he's not happy about the lack of game time and refused a new deal, so it's an L on our part. And here we go, fellas. We've got ourselves off to a very strong start here. I did not expect us to be this good, but we are 3-0 up against Sevilla with 3 away goals. So if we score a goal, it's virtually game over there for Sevilla. We're going to jump right into it. No point in wasting time with this big of an advantage. Simulating against Sevilla, and we are through to the quarterfinals. 6-1 on aggregate. Well, it's the Kieran Tierney derby, lads. Quarterfinals, the Champions League. We have Real Madrid here, another Spanish outfit. We dominated Sevilla with ease, so I don't expect the same thing to happen here. This is the team that knocked us out in the quarterfinals of the Europa League last year, so wouldn't mind a bit of revenge. Alright, so the first leg is at home here in North London at the Emirates. Let's see if we can get ourselves at the most thing, obviously, for one of the final times this year I'll be able to say it, given they're getting rid of the away goals next year, but We need to make sure we keep a clean sheet. We need to stay a step up against his former El Clasico rival. As we get into it, the first leg against Real Madrid is going to end up as a it's not doom and gloom, it's not all over, but a 2-1 loss on the road. Like 2 away goals for them, I'm trying to say, is just, it's not ideal, is it? All right, lads, we need to step up big time. We need to get 2 goals minimum, because if we win 1-0, for example's sake, they still go through on away goals rule. We need 2 goals minimum, and we really can't afford to concede. Need a big second leg here away at the Santiago Bernabeu, the world famous Santiago Bernabeu, against the Galacticos. This scoreline for a spot in the semis is going to be a 3-0 win. And we got a red card in the 28th minute to Kulusevski and still dominated that second half. Oh my god. Gomez and Mbappe, maybe we're the real deal this year. Alright, we're into the semi-finals. Lyon versus Liverpool in the other games, but ourselves versus PSG, last year's champions. I'm a lot more confident after that 3-0 win against Real Madrid, but still nothing is solidified. Nothing is easy here in FIFA, especially against PSG. Let's get into it. Alright, at home, once again to kick off the first leg again. I gave you the whole spiel against Real Madrid. Need to keep a clean sheet for ourselves here. Gonna get right into it, not wasting any time. This scoreline is a 2-1 loss. Again! Another 2-1 loss at home. I mean, I won't be complaining if we get a 3-0 win at the Parc des Princes, but a 2-1 loss at home. Nicolas Pepe, he's gone to make us look like fools. Luke Shaw, luckily getting a goal in the 90th minute to make things a little bit easier, but still, big second leg ahead. We've gotten out of this position before. Will lightning strike twice here as we grab our passports, head to Paris, head to the Parc des Princes, and taking on PSG. Come on. Another 3-0 win. Another 3-0 win. Another 3-0 loss. 2-1 loss. We couldn't hit it again, lads. We lose, what's that? 4-2 on aggregate to PSG. We met our match. But we have won the Premier League with Arsenal. That is massive. We didn't lose a single game in the second half of the season. 2 losses away from an invincible season. 2 points away from a bloody Centurion season. We win the Premier League with Arsenal. At the other end of the spectrum, West Brom, Brighton and Forest have all been relegated. Whilst we once again lose another Community Shield. We have won the FA Cup, however, taking down Man City 2-1. We've done the treble, lads. We have done the treble. We win the Premier League, the FA Cup, and now we win the Carabao Cup 3-2 over Man City. Lyon, fair play to Lyon. They end up taking down PSG and have won the Champions League, even after we took 2 of their best midfielders in Hassim Aouar and Bruno Guimaraes. They still win the Champions League, whilst Man City win an all-English Europa League final. What a season again. Mbappe, 37 goals. Mayan gets 34 goals. That is wild. So we have done the treble, the domestic treble, but the big one still eludes us. Semi-finalists in the Champions League need to have a better crack, a red-hot crack again in Season 4. So I'm going to come out here to start Season 4 and make a move that might surprise some of you guys. Bruno Guimaraes has been killing, he's been good, he's been killing it, man. But I'm going to go ahead and sign Arthur from Juventus for £92.3 million. My thinking is that we narrowly missed out on a Champions League final berth. And having players like in the right back and centre back role that are kind of lower rated, we really need to get a boost anywhere we can. So if I can get an overall or 2 higher by signing somebody like Arthur, that might be just all the difference we need to be the to complete the rebuild, in all honesty. Gonna make a player departure here, however. William Saliba out of the club, headed to Hertha Berlin for £16.8 million. Whilst we have elected to sign Ben Godfrey on a permanent deal from Everton for £33.7 million. He was somebody that was on my shortlist at the start of the save when I elected to go for Joe Gomez instead. But we've got another young English player to have in the squad. Joe Willock, another season out on loan for him, headed to Atletico Madrid. And I have incorporated the same logic that I used when we signed Arthur to sign this man here, Kingsley Bloody Coman, joining us here from Bayern Munich. We have paid out the wazoo for the Frenchman for Robert Pires's second coming, £150 million. A slight upgrade on St. Maximin, but I'm so excited to see what Kingsley Coman can do. So there we go, lads. It's all happening here at the Emirates. Really want to go and have laser focus on a Champions League run this year. Need to take our side to the next level. Big name signing. But this is now what the starting 11 looks like. Like I said, we're only making a 1 upgrade overall in the centre mid role and a 1 upgrade overall in the left mid role. But it could be the difference maker come the end of the season. Kasunu's at an 81, which is nice, but I really want him to be at those like 84, 85 marks. And he's getting up there. He's still young. Like, he's doing great for his age. But for what we want for the squad and the squad level we are at, would love for him to be higher. But we'll keep pushing. Need to really fall back on the guys that are near the 90. In Group G of the Champions League this season, we've been drawn up against Inter Milan, which is always a challenge in career mode, CSKA Moscow, and Dinamo Zagreb. Are we going to get out of the group again? Are we going to top the group again? Let's go find out. We do not top the group here, which makes me a little bit worried about who we're going to draw in the round of 16. But we have gotten out of the group nonetheless, finishing second on 11 points. Yep. We've been drawn up. It's not Sevilla this year. It's Atletico Madrid. Oh dear. However, the hunt for back-to-back Premier League titles is well and truly underway. Really starting like the top 3, ourselves, City and Spurs, really breaking 3 of United, Liverpool, all those sides below them, which is a great sign so far. Need to make sure we finish on top again though. No business done in this January transfer window. No players that have really wanted to upgrade. We're going to crack on and see if we can go that one step further in this Champions League campaign. So here we go, lads. We are at home for the first leg. Every time we've had a first leg at home in this rebuild last year, we suffered a 2-1 loss. Need to make sure we get that out of our game. Need to make sure we do not concede. Clean sheets, please, please, please. Gonna jump into it at the Emirates against Atletico Madrid. This scoreline is going to be... It's another... What is it with 2-1 draws at home? It is another 2-1 draw. Come on. That is... backs against the wall areas, boys. Last year, when we were 2-1 down, we had a mixed bag of results. When we played PSG, obviously we got thumped again. When we played Real Madrid, we turned it around. I'm hoping, considering we're playing another side from Madrid, that there's just something in the air for us when we travel to Madrid, when we travel to the Spanish capital. But we are going to jump into it away against Atletico Madrid. This scoreline in the away leg is going to be a... It's happened again. It's happened again. A 3-0 win. We are through to the quarterfinals. We've come back from a 2-1 deficit and got another 3-0 win. That is nice. So in the quarterfinals this year, we have been drawn up against RB Leipzig. A few big name teams eliminated in the round of 16, but we are taking on Leipzig. Let's see if we can get past the German side. Thankfully, FIFA has been nice to us and given us the away leg first. So I need to do what these teams have been doing against us, and that is get away goals on the board in this first leg. Need to give ourselves a big advantage. Traveling away to Leipzig. Come on, lads. The scoreline against RB Leipzig in the first leg is going to be a 2-0 win. St. Maximin, Luke Shaw, we absolutely dominated Leipzig by the look of things. They don't get a single shot all game. I like that. So we do have the home leg now. We have the advantage. If we can get a goal for ourselves, that's going to be massive. But we need to make sure we step up and hold on here. It's not a 3-0 lead. 2-0 is a lot easier to come back from. But come on, can we get ourselves back to the semi-finals? The scoreline against Leipzig is going to be... It's a 2-1 loss. Why do we always have 2-1 losses at home? But luckily, this 2-1 loss isn't enough for us to get eliminated. We head through to the semi-finals, 3-2 on aggregate, but bloody hell, that is worrying. 4 teams remain in the Champions League this season, 3 of whom are English. It's ourselves, Liverpool, and Manchester City. Dortmund are the 4th side, but we have been drawn up against Liverpool in an all-English Champions League semi-final. The first leg is at home, and I swear to God, if we have another 2-1 loss, I might just down myself in this water bottle that I have here. I might just lose my mind. We're going to get into it though. The first leg at home against Liverpool. Come on, clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet. Please, FIFA gods. Jurgen Klopp's men. The scoreline is it's a 2-2 draw. Like 2 away goals on the board there for Liverpool. At least it's not 2-1. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel after that first leg. We have a tied ball game, but Liverpool do have the away goals rule, meaning we need to get a goal on the board. We need to make sure we win this game, because if it's a 1-1 draw, they'll go through. We're at Anfield anyways. For a spot, come on, do not bottle this, lads. For a spot in the Champions League final, we're headed to the Champions League final. 2-1 against Liverpool. It's nice to actually get a 2-1 win as the away team. 4-3 on aggregate. Who are we facing in the Champions League final? So it will be an all-English Champions League final here. Man City, Arsenal, who's being crowned champion. Roma have won the Europa League. I'm going a little bit loopy, lads. And we have gone back-to-back as Premier League champions. A lot closer this year. 2-horse race between ourselves and Man City, but we go back-to-back in the Premier. Sheffield United, Bournemouth, and Leeds all relegated. We finally beat Liverpool and win a Community Shield. Newcastle United take down Everton to win the FA Cup, whilst Wolves have beaten Chelsea and have won the Carabao Cup. So here we go, lads. Going to take a look at the squad report. We do have the starting 11 that is eligible, the Invincibles 2.0. Hopefully we can get the job done. If you guys didn't or do enjoy this concept and you want me to rebuild any other sort of retro teams, I guess you could say, any iconic teams, please leave a comment down below. But looking through some of the stats here are absolutely incredible. I'm excited to use some of these guys. Hopefully we're up to the task. Hopefully the players that are low rated don't cost us in game. I'm just kidding. Kylian Mbappe, all these guys, Kingsley Coman, St. Maximin. It's going to be a big Champions League final as we take on Manchester City, trying to make the Arsenal Invincibles in 2021 Champions League winners. Let's go. Showtime, baby. Let's see what the modern day Invincibles are like. Let's go get ourselves a Champions League title. Also, I need to change this camera. City on the attack early here. Raheem going there to Richarlison. Don't give them any opportunities. Jockey, that's not good defending, Jared. We almost got caught out early. This has been all City, man. Richarlison. He's been tearing us to shreds. Thought we made the tackle there with Bruno. They get another shot. Richarlison is on one right now. St. Maximin going here. It's a nice run. St. Maximin, please. Allen. Oh, I probably should have taken another touch there. We are going to have a corner here, though. Allah swinging it in. Please, Mayan. There it is. Daniel Mayan getting his noggin on that one. The next Dennis Bergkamp giving us the lead here in the Champions League final. Come on. Defend. Oh, got to make those tackles. Got to make these tackles. What is that ball? Good save, though, from ter Stegen. City have just been all over us, man. Need to defend here. Good. That's good from Shaw. Torres. Come on. We need to get something. We're losing our shape too easily. Good save, ter Stegen. Well, one header there from Bruno. Go on. Oh. Go on. Mbappe just got cleaned up there. Mayan. Let's focus up. One-on-one. Mayan. 2-0, come on, let's go. What a counter-attack. Come on. That's what you want to see. We don't deserve a 2-0 lead, but we'll take a 2-0 lead. City, man. Good tackle, Gomez. Nothing happening in this game, but can we make the dagger in the heart appear here? There's so much space. We're going to go there. Mbappe, 3-0. Let's go. It's been such a dull second half. So cagey, but we get half an opening and we make it into a 3-0 lead. Mbappe on the score sheet. City they're unrelenting. They need something here. That's a class tackle. There we go. We get lucky with the bounce. And now all of a sudden, City have overlapped too many players. St. Maximin has so much real estate. He's got so much pace. Surely, I see you at the back post, Mbappe. What a finish! Kylian Mbappe! Surely that's going to be the Champions League final in our hands. What a finish. I want to see this finish here. Across. Oh, that is cheeky. That is cheeky. Mbappe with the little in between the legs. That is, oh, that's dirty. Come on, lads. Keeping a donut would be real nice here. Antoine Griezmann, that's terrible defending. Good save, though, from Ter Stegen. Come on, blow that whistle. There it is, lads. That is the rebuild complete. The Arsenal Invincibles rebuild. That took so much longer than I expected, but we have done it. After 4 seasons, the Arsenal Invincibles have done it in, I was going to say 2021, but it's what, 2025 by this point? Regardless though, lads, hopefully you enjoyed a little bit different of a rebuild today. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe down below if you're new around here. Enjoy the title celebrations. It's been Jared HD here. I'm out.